Hello, my friends. Got me this little miniature Puerto Rican boxing gloves. I got them on my, of course, being a cliche, driving around Puerto Rico with my little boxing glove flag, little thingy for the rear view mirror. I'm wearing them now because I'm making a boxing video. So, Danny Jacobs versus Canelo Alvarez. Okay, here's the deal. I was just thinking. It's like, look, man, these are the nicest guys in the fucking world. You know, I don't even want to see them fight. Shit, I wish they would, you know, go out to dinner. With their families and stuff. Yeah, they're nice guys. That's the thing. Boxing. People say, oh, nobody likes an asshole or a bully or all that shit. There's places for bullies. They're combat sports, so they can get punched in the face and we can feel good. It's like, yeah, I got knocked the fuck out. I got punched really hard. Or somebody who's an asshole, a big loudmouth, asshole who's not a likable person or something like that. Yeah, I love it when they get, let's face it, everybody, you know, I don't care how much Floyd Mayweather tries to, so I'm sure in private he's probably a nice guy and all that stuff. I don't know. They say he beat up his girlfriends or wives or something. I don't know if that was true or not. But in interviews and stuff, I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. But he came across as an asshole. And a lot of people went to see Mayweather's fights to see him get shut the fuck up. Somebody knocked him the fuck out. That was one of the biggest draws. And if he did it on purpose, hey, he did well. I don't know if he's an asshole in real life, but in his persona, promoting his fights, it's just like Ali. Ali, people wanted to see him. He was a loudmouth, and people wanted to see him get knocked the fuck out. I mean, Jesus, when George Fraser put him down with that left hook, the whole planet went like, yeah, it shut him up. Don't get me wrong, I like Ali. He had a good heart and a great, amazing fighter, boxer, skilled, and the heart of a lion. So I don't know. These two guys are two nice guys. Danny Jacobs, for God's sake, who doesn't like Danny Jacobs? Shut the fuck up, man. I want shit, man. I just like, hey, man, come over. Let's over to the house or fly over to Puerto Rico. We'll stay in my house. Bring your kids. It's like, you got money. Here's a couple of dollars. Go get some alcapurrias and some Puerto Rican food down. I'll have it delivered to you. Just have fun. It's the nicest fucking guy in the world. And so, and then the Canelo is just, he's a fan. They're both family, man. They're both nice guys. They're amazingly skilled and talented and everything. But the psychological aspect of two nice guys going against each other. Yeah, I mean, when Canelo gets in the ring, there's nothing nice about it. He's a very, very well developed athlete, skill wise, and he's developed his punching power. He's developed his ring IQ. I mean, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, he fought at a catch weight. He almost had to cut off a leg to make the weight. So he was dead at the weight, and he hadn't developed yet into what he is today. So, but yeah, it's, like every young buck, every fighter, they want to face the best, and and I don't care what anybody says about the two Triple G fights. He beat them both. He took them to school in both, and counter punching, defense, ring IQ, and yeah. So the second one more than the first one. I don't know which fight people were talking about. You're talking about effective punching. I mean, look at Triple G's face after the fight, for God's sake. We beat him to a pulp. Um, and and Triple G is not the most likable guy, so that made for a good fight. Plus, Triple G had been ducking Andre Ward for a couple years, and he went and lied and shit like that. They told lies on interviews and shit. uh, about you know about Andre Ward and stuff. So that anybody who knows boxing, who's been following boxing, who's a fanatic like I am. Um, yeah, that like that was a shitty move. What he did, he should have just said, "Look, it doesn't make sense for us to fight or something like that. It's not a big money fight. Whatever he wants to do, but don't fucking lie. Say that that you were ducking him or you're avoiding. Yeah, he was. It was just that was disrespectful to Andre Ward and boxing fans who wanted to see that fight. I wanted to see that fight at 168, and Ward would have made it 168, no problem. He said, "Come on, let's go." And I think Ward would have whooped him. Um, so yeah. So Canelo and Danny Jacobs, matchmaking. It makes so much. People think matchmaking is just placing a phone call, say, "Hey man, your fighter want to fight?" Hey, and the other one, "Hey, I got a fighter." Yeah, no, just throw him out. No, man, you have to. Matchmakers are if you're a good matchmaker and you match them good, and you match them to where they both have liabilities or weaknesses, but they also have strengths, and you have to take into account that they're not going to neutralize themselves with skill in the boxing ring because it's going to make for a boring fight because they're not going to, if they neutralize each other's offense, nobody's going to be landing big punches, and it's going to be uh, for those of us who understand boxing and understand um, the technical aspects of it. Yes, it's great for us, but for the general public who does not understand boxing, it makes for boring fights, and the general public is the one who buys the most tickets. People who are technically savvy about the game of boxing, the art, the combat sport itself, the martial art called boxing. Uh, yeah, we enjoy every minute of it, but no, the people who are not educated in it, they get bored, and rightfully so because they don't know what's going on. They don't know about feints. They don't know about the game of baiting, and there's so many techniques out there that old school, the new techniques being developed, and all that stuff, and all the mixes that you can get um, from executing those techniques. People don't know that, so I hope, and I think now as far as the matchmaking goes, with Styles, it was a good matchmaking on that area. On the personalities of the boxers, it sucks because they're both nice guys and nobody wants to see them get hurt. None of them. I want shit, man. It's like this nice guys don't hurt each other. Like I don't have one to pick to. It's like yeah, I gotta fuck them up. So, but as far as the technical aspect of it, not the personality, it's it's a good matchup because Danny's a lion. Danny's a lion. People think Danny's still that kid that got fucked up by that Pulev guy. I think it was that fucked him up. The Russian guy that fucked him up in the fight. He was a kid, man, when he hadn't developed into what he is today. Um, and the guy, I think it was Pulev, that knocked him down, knocked him out, or whatever, just fucked him up. This guy had to retire because of a heart defect or something, serious medical condition. He would have beat Triple G, no problem. And this guy was a monster, a true monster. Guy, Ukraine or Russia, or Eastern Europe, but no disrespect. I just don't know exactly where it was. This is not the same Danny. This is not. This guy is a fully grown, strong ass champion, with tremendous power, skill, balls of steel, and he's intelligent. He's got a ring IQ like you don't understand. Danny Jacob does. People don't understand. Danny Jacobs is the real deal. He's a full package boxer, puncher, defense, play with the other man's brain. I mean, he's a complete package. Danny Jacob is, and so is Canelo. And see, they're different, completely different styles. Um, and here's, I think what's going to happen is that Canelo's gonna work the body on Jacobs, and Jacobs is gonna hit him to the body. And Canelo's going to hit Jacobs to the body, which is Canelo's specialty. And the infighting of Canelo is superb. So Jacobs going to try to stand outside and try to come in behind the jab. And that's when he can get caught by Canelo. One of those nasty overhand right hands or even an uppercut. Canelo's got a horrendous, terrible, I mean, scary uppercut. Fucking ask Angulo or anybody who's gotten hit by that. So it's going to be. I think what's going to be, it's going to be a chess game, but it's going to be a violent chess game where these guys are going to use control violence in a lot of skill. Whoever can impose debate and know how to use debate to get the other guy to come in is going to win. That's what you're going to see in this fight. There's a bunch of bait. They're not going to be. I think Danny is, if Danny sees that he can't impose his long distance attack, because he's a longer, bigger guy. He's going to try to come in and try to brawl with Canelo, because Canelo's shorter than him. And if he does that, he could be in trouble. He could be in trouble because Canelo inside. So that would be a mistake from Danny. Now, don't get me wrong. That's the thing. You don't know, because if Danny comes in, Danny can fight on the inside too. That's the thing. He's underrated in the phone booth battle. He's underrated. He's got the tools. He's got tools on the inside. I think Canelo's got an edge on him, but Danny, he's big. He's got power, and he's got tools. So I think Canelo knows that he's, and he knows that he's a consummate infighter, close quarter combat fighter, that's what Canelo does for a living. That's what the man does. That's what he does. And I think Danny knows that, and he might play into that and try to say, I'm going to make him think that I'm going to go crazy on the inside and reckless. And see what Canelo brings, measure him, and try to counter him. I think that's one way Danny can hurt him. So, you know what? I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a good fight, even though it's. I don't know that it's going to have all those. It's not going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be on the zone. But I think it's. Don't miss the fight because you don't like. Because you like guys too much because they're both nice guys. Don't think that they're not going to fight. Yeah, they're going to fight. This is what they do for a living. This is what these people do to put food on the table for their family. Believe you me, and they're both consummate professionals, fully dedicated to their jobs. This is what these people do for a living. They're proud of it. They're artists at what they do. They're martial artists at the top of their game, the elite level competition. Don't miss this fight. Don't miss it. You have to watch this fight.